Hi, everybody.
Hola!
There we go. Let me know about the sound. We did some tweaking. Because it's Tuesday, and we tweak things on Tuesday, including our sound. So let me know. Anyway.
Okay, there we go.
Hello, everybody. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's how we know you're here. Pop out your live chat if that's something that you do. Make sure you do put it over to live chat, even, you know, because once you pop it out, then you have to put it back over to live chat. I don't understand that. If you're listening, YouTube, there's some ideas for you. You know, once you got.
And I'm really anxious for them to fix this. Everybody's mouths aren't moving with their
something's going on. Yeah, and it's not just.
Is that happening to us?
Good. I don't know.
Well, that's annoying.
It kind of is, yeah. There we go.
Off-putting.
Carrie.
What?
He says, oh, sorry, you're fine. He hit his mute by mistake.
Something I would do, except I would not hit my mute by mistake.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's Mark.
All right, so this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
we are PM Artist Studio.
How was that?
Yeah, we tried that earlier, and it seemed to work.
Well,
right?
It's so crazy, because, like, testing sound is really weird when it's you doing the sound. So you hear that part, or you're in the room that you're testing the sound, but then you're hearing it with a delay on the thing. And my brain's going, I don't know. I mean, it all sort of sounds fine, right? Anyway, so that's where we're at in life. If y'all really wanted to know behind the scenes who's it,
they just want to be able to hear us and hear my bracelets. You hear that?
Alrighty, guys, do say hello in the chat, as I said, and I can say hello back to you. I'm going to switch over there to the participants and figure that business out. We've got Becky, Betsy, Carrie, Charmaine, Cheryl, Cookie Wookie, that's Mo, Darcy, Deb, Eddie, Estella, Flora, Jerry, Hoarder Pay Crafts, that's Mimi, Holly, Griffin Shells just popped in there, that is Rhonda, Jeanette, aka Janet, Kim, Lizanne, Lydia, Mark Hines is here, Michelle with 1L, oh, Ninian, hello and welcome. I believe you are new. Patricia, Peggy. Hi, Peggy. It's been a little bit. Glad you're back. Panka, sorry. Shannon, Silver Granny and her Grumpy Gnome. That's Lynn. Susan Anderson, SWL. That's Sherry. The Shelly Studio. That's Margle. Trish Coogan. She's here probably with Evie and maybe even Tommy. Hello to all. Trish Coogan, Vintage Halloween design by Clint. Hello, Clint. Be careful. You might become a regular. It happens around here. And Zen Jen. Hello. Alrighty, my arty friends, let's get to it because we got lots to do. So
we do.
We are going to expand upon the Japanese art papers that Yatsutomo sent to us. Yatsutomo, I believe that's right.
Yes, yeah. I keep questioning myself.
I know. I'm like, I want to say Yatsu, but I don't think that's right. I think it's Yasu.
It is.
And then they're probably watching and just like, good God.
I don't know. I wrote it down.
Yeah. Anyway, y'all know what we did. We had the book, and that's all available over there on our website. That's
I'm going to show them what I did.
Yeah, you should show them what I did.
Well, I don't have yours. I brought it up here and put it on your chair. You're going to have to wait and show your own.
I did. Mine was a lot more hard work than hers was. She punched holes, and I found the hole puncher for her.
Yeah, it was dusty.
Oh, let me go topside. That would be helpful.
There we go. Look at this folder Mariah got for me. And she got herself the same kind.
I did.
I had to really think about which side I wanted to put mine on. I think I did. I made a good choice.
Yeah, I kind of had to do that with the... Here.
Yeah, I'll show yours in just a minute.
Because it took some doing, and then, yeah, anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so she's got, like, the real deal. I've just got the copies. So what I went through to do was to put down a piece of actual paper in this spot. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I get through with my next thing, see?
Hi, Jocelyn.
And the reason this is here's the thing. I'm really thinking, because I have to go through these every time, all the way through them, to decide which one it is that I want to use. I'm thinking about just making one page with all of them on that page so I can just feel them all and look at them.
Oh, one big tester page.
Yeah.
Little.
With just the paper. you know, not anything done to it, because I know what happens and I can look that up. But
Yeah.
anyway, I went through and did all of them. So, and Mariah, I left those envelopes over there for you. Do you want to make that announcement?
Oh, so today, P was very kind when she was doing her cutting up of the samples of what we're going to be working on. Oh, goodness. I don't have her camera on. And I'm sure somebody told me. There you go. Now you can see her. She's not just a blank space.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Carrie did say Patricia's not in her box.
Happens.
She gets out of the box all the time. Got to put her back in. I have samples. So 2 sets. Is that what you said? 2
sets, and then there's just a whole bunch of ones if you want to, you know, just do those as a separate giveaway. I didn't put them in.
I'm gonna throw that. I've got a big order down there, and I'd like to just
put that in the big order.
I'm gonna put.
They just lucked out.
They did.
Okay, so that's what I did here, and again, the one that I'm going to work on today, I don't know. I may go ahead and put it in the one that Mariah has, simply because, I don't know. It may not fit. Hers is fatter than mine. And I have to show you Izzy's boat that she brought home today. She's very proud of it. She made it all on her own.
At recess.
At recess.
I'm sure somebody helped her.
Oh, I'm not sure who her tutor was at recess.
Yeah.
But I don't know that she knows how to do this by herself.
Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Anyway, a little boat, or, you know, you make them big enough, you can stick your head in there.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
She wanted us to show that on
Thank you, Izzy.
Here.
All right. Let's put this up.
And here's the original.
And
it weighs a bit more than the other one.
Yeah, it does. Whoa. Yeah.
Well, I did it with chipboard because I had to back those boogers with something.
All right.
Yeah, you got to flip it around. Maybe I should turn the picture around because it had to be done this way.
Oh.
Let me tell you why. Because I wanted the name at the top.
Oh.
And I didn't want, because some of the ones at the top kind of overflow. And it's better that they overflow out of the book rather than...
I disagree with that, but...
Well...
You'll see now that I this is not working.
What do you mean it's not working?
Wear it for a bib.
There you go.
Yes, it was because you put them too close to the edge at the top. Screwed up, Mariah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, if you put these down.
Yeah, then the little thingies would have been all messed up.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
I wanted it to be more like if you were to just hold the book towards you, you could flip at the tops to see the names.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is very true. It's a little awkward for me here, but if I were really, you know, using this or whatever, I could, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's getting all...
Yeah, that's why they needed to be put in the book. And then see, like, that's one that I folded in. But it was better to do that than have it next to the ring.
Yes, absolutely. I think that that's fine. I don't have issue with that.
Extension.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is the Megris.
Yes.
Which isn't one of the... Yeah.
And it was my first one. So, see, I had that thought at the beginning. And I was like, oh, wait, I don't think that I like that, because if you're going to want to just flip through them really quickly, it needs to be at the edge.
True. Very true. All righty. Mm-hmm. There we go. And look at that. She's even got them down here. Yeah. Good job, Mariah. I thought about doing that on mine also. And I may still do that, because sometimes that would be a really... you know, good way to access them.
Yeah.
All right, I wrote myself these little notes. You can see. Now, this is important. Right, and the reason I have that circled is because I was writing these out, and you will see. So the Usagami rough, this is through the paper. That right there.
Yeah.
You can see it here. Usagami smooth, Usagami rough, Hanshi rough, and Hanshi smooth. So you can see it.
Yeah, you were writing on top of that piece of paper.
I'm writing on this top of this piece of paper so it doesn't, you know, go through onto my board. So the pen I used was the Stencil permanent in the green, and Stencil permanent in the blue with the butterfly, and the frog is mowed lawn, and the butterfly stamp is Uncharted Mariner.
Well, maybe that's what we'll name the next one, is the jelly plate companion, because all these are going to be gel plate specific.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm keeping that because I think that is one of the things that I want to really stress when I'm doing my sample papers, is the ones that go through the paper, because sometimes that is really an issue.
And hello, Declan.
All right, so what I decided to do here.
And Elizabeth. Hi, Ellen.
These are the ones that are going to stay down on the gel plate until they dry. We won't pull them until Thursday. It's going to be really hard for me, but I promise I'm not going to do it.
Maybe if all your plates are used up, then you can spend your time cleaning up.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Keep yourself busy. She'll find something else.
Okay, so I want to use the same color all the way through. I am using open. The reason I'm using open is because it's going to take me a little while to get my papers positioned. So I don't want the paint to be drying while I'm doing that, because that's going to give me a false, well, it's not going to, you know, when you put paper down on dry paint, and it's really very unimpressive. All right, I also went through on all of my plates, and the stuff that you're seeing on here is on the back of the plate. I didn't scrape that off because, well, I just didn't get around to it. You just have to take my word for it. They've been cleaned and conditioned on the front, so that is not going to be an issue.
Okie dokie.
I've got two of the same just in case I need them. I don't know that I will, but I told Mariah, I said, you know, it's just a good thing to have them just in case.
This is Happy Stream.
And it's
an oldie but goodie.
It's okay. The reason I wanted to use one that had more open is because what we're going to do here is I want you to really be able to see the design.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be affected by really small stuff not getting through the cracks and everything, you know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons that, you know, we're doing this like this. And I am going to clean it up in between with tissue paper so that, we can, do that. Also, you will see, I will show you and talk about that in a minute. I might as well just get with it here. Okay. We're using alizarin crimson, open, heavy body. You know, I could turn it upside down like Dairy Queen, but I'm not going to do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, okay. It's not all that. Yeah.
It's not all that.
It's not all that, you know, I mean, it still moves about ever so slightly. It's kind of like molasses in the winter. I wanted a new stencil because I wanted it really to suck down onto the surface, and you saw me looking at it and feeling it. If you can feel those little edges, then you need to turn it over. At least until you get some paint on it, okay?
That's right. This design is by Miriam.
And if I do have to, you know, and I did want it to be, transparent. And I thought about this for a long time. I thought, well, it doesn't really make any difference. But in a way it does, because I've got the stamps on there. So if I use those stamps and I do get them to overlap any place where, you know, you're going to be able to appreciate that, okay, look, you can see that through there. All right, this is a lot of paint, more than I need. That's all right. We'll figure it out.
But you kind of want to do that when you're utilizing a stencil, because you need to make sure that that paint's getting down in there. And if you use too little, then that gets to be a little bit of a problem as well.
It is a problem, and it is a problem for, all right, that's way more than I needed, but I'll know that on the next ones. That's fine.
It's harder when it's coming out of the jar.
It really is. You know, I'm still getting used to that.
Yeah.
I'm used to, you know, having
a squeeze.
a squeeze or a dab or whatever.
She's making some good
Hey,
brayer
I'm
offs.
getting
And-
some great brayer off.
And again, luckily it's open, so like time isn't of the
Yeah.
essence it normally is with this sort of situation.
This is the red that you use with blue to get a lovely, lovely purple. All right, now we're getting down there. Can you see that?
Yes.
Should have a fairly even distribution.
Fairly
Even distribution all the way across there. And I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to lift this off of here. Ooh. This is one of those ones you got to be kind of careful with.
Especially when it's brand new. Sticks the U-boat sticks to the gel plate really nicely.
Sticks to the gel plate really nicely. I should be able to do that. And get that off of there. Oh, that's going to be really
That's pretty.
cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Flip that up there for now. And oh. All right. This is why I've got to clean my hands off. Okay. Now, what we have here, oh, look at, they've got a little spatter. This is Gossamer Smooth. Oh, gosh, I'm going to need to move that. Don't want to be flipping that.
So you're not putting the
Gossamer Rough.
So why are you leaving the butterfly part?
I don't know. I'm just trying to get these down so
Okay.
I've got equal on each side.
Sounds good. Remember, the main thing that we're testing with this, because these are going to be left on the plate and then pulled when dry.
Oh, and this one's really hard. I have to look at it because I can see it through both of the...
Yeah, you want to put it writing backwards.
Okay, yeah.
I'm being helpful.
She's being helpful.
Just wanted y'all to know. Are they all gonna... So that's...
Well...
8. Yeah, 8.
I probably can scoot one of them over. I mean, you know, I probably needed to try this out.
No, you did good, because there should be 8. Oh, but I'm
going to use more than one plate.
Oh, yes, and you wanted to do smooth and whatnot. Okay. I understand. Because remember, she's doing each kind of paper front and back. Because remember, some of them have a definite difference between a smooth side and a rough side. Some of them really aren't that noticeable. Hello, Tammy. And hello to everybody that is coming in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I don't know that you're here. I'd like to say hello. If you're watching in the replay, let us know in the comments that you're watching in the replay. And thumbsy upsies.
All right. There we go.
Oh, thank you, and hello, Apple.
That's our first batch.
Ooh, that was kind of a little, like, tense, but yeah, you got her done. This is going to be very exciting. I don't know why... Okay, now that you have all that done, what was up with the... So why the butterflies?
You know, I didn't have... I just put it on there because I thought, you know, that'll be something that's kind of cool to, you know, just have so that you can flip it over and see the transparency. Because, of course, we could see it on the others. But remember the one flower that we glued down?
Okay, I like it.
And it also shows you that, pardon me, this is the oxide. And on these papers, you can use the oxide and it's immediately sucked into the paper, so you don't have to worry about it being...
Now, it will reactivate, but it doesn't seem to... Not as much. We did notice that, especially the papers that have more sizing in them.
Yes.
Like, that was noticeable, that it locked in the oxide inks.
Yes.
Much more so than a lot of the other papers. Hello, Amy.
Okay.
And hi, Linda, if I didn't say hello.
We're not going to get so carried away with our paint this time. I'm going to
That was a lot.
err to the other end of things, which I'll probably have to put some more out there. But that's what's nice when you're using the open paints, is you do have that as an option.
Well, there'll be more to do too. Colleen's like, oh, a cliffhanger. We'll have to come back on Thursday. Yes, for those, yes. because we want to make sure that they are plenty dry. Because especially with these Japanese art papers and anything that is like a rice paper, they're already kind of tricky.
They are.
Because what happens is if your paper, even like when you're using a 32-pound hammer mill or regular copy paper, if the paint is sort of in between, like it's very sticky, like when it starts to dry. But if it isn't fully dry and it's a little bit wet, it will tear because the moisture of it actually pulls the paper apart.
Yes.
And that happens even more so with some of these Japanese art papers.
I'm just trying to get that, you know.
Hi, Luis. Hello,
Okay.
Julie. Welcome.
Clean up the fingers. Get rid of this wet thing. If I accidentally flop something over there, not going to be the end of the world. Okay, here we go. We've got Gossan Smooth. Gossan Rough. It's really hard to get these little boogers apart.
Some do kind of stick together. Oh, and thanks, Betsy. Welcome to Bowsy Wowsy.
All right, now I'm going to have to do another one anyway, right? No? Okay.
Oh, hello, Cynthia. Sorry. Oh, yes. Those of you, I'm missing y'all with the pinky hello hands. Hi, Cynthia. Okay. So let's see. You've got... Did you do front and back of all of them?
Yes.
So then there will be 16. Which then you're doing... Okay, so I guess you should be able to do it in just the 2 plates. Yeah. Right?
No, I'm going to have to do one more.
Why is that? Is my math off?
And I mean, it's, you know, they're not on there perfect. I can just do a small one.
Okay. Did you put the Maigres in there too?
I did not. And I really, you know, I thought about doing that. And then I just...
No, I mean, it really isn't necessary because we've really just focused mainly on the Yasutomo. Hi, Robin. And hello, Jackie.
Okay, so let's just use this one. So we've got the Asagami.
So these are the 8 papers that we did. The one guide that a lot of that was more so like stamping, watercolor, and like heat embossing. Yeah. So inks, stamping type situations along with the heat embossing and the watercolor. This is going to be solely for jelly printing kind of experiments.
Because somebody had asked for that specifically, and Mariah and I agreed that, you know, that really is something that...
But it was good to do the other first, because we got more familiar with the particular papers. And so the ones that she's doing are the Yasutomo, Asagami, Gossan, Hanshi, Kozo, Mashi, Toraniko, Usagami, and the Yasutomo sketch. Those are the 8 papers that we will be doing. I still don't understand why the math isn't working out with 2 plates, because if all 8 go down, I'm really not sure about that, but we'll work that out.
That's where that one's going.
Did it suck down there?
Oh, just about did it the wrong way.
Did you make extras?
No.
Okay.
I did not. I could have.
Thanks, Gelli. Hi, Ricky.
Alrighty.
Hi, Deborah.
There we go. And see, it did kind of, I wish I'd done more, figured it out so that that was more of a.
I will do a separate book.
Yeah.
Because it'll be a little while. I mean, that other one basically took us all last month between the different streams. Now we're going to have just probably 2 streams with this, but y'all know how we operate. There could be 8 streams.
Okay, let's get the lid on my paint here before we have some kind of a
hi, Jackie.
Horrible accident here.
Deb, question about the database. I know that she had the kind of testing of things and had requested anybody if they had particular ones or wanted to add stuff. But I don't know where it stands at the moment.
Yeah, I don't either know that, but I know we talked about that. And we talked about the different, what do I want to talk about?
And I've sent a sample of all of these papers to Deb. So hopefully she will, you know, get them in there. If I think some of these, a lot of them she had, or she knew about for sure.
Okay, now, I don't know what I put that away for. I don't know. Maybe I should use a different color.
And there you go. So Deb says, yes, it is available for testing at this point. She is adjusting things, and she would like more people to opine about their papers to go in it.
Okay, I'm getting this back out. I was going to use something else, but I think I'm just going to keep going with this.
Yeah, keep the fact, you know, the variables.
The variables. Okay.
Yeah, low.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to do the same papers, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do on the thing, and then I'm going to pick it up, and then I'm going to do the other one on the other side and pick it up immediately. Okay, so I'm going to have a stencil and a ghost print, and I'm going to try, just y'all help me remember, I'm going to try to be consistent about having the rough side be the pickup.
Okay, so tell me that again. So rough side
is going to be the pickup.
Why
smooth side is going to be
the
stencil.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to go through and do these.
I think that let's talk about why that makes sense before you get started and we're all in a tizzy. Right. Why I believe that to be a good thing is that your smooth side is going to give you a crisper image. That's we know that typically. That seems to be. Now, obviously, with different papers, there's going to be different variances in what that means as far as how crisp of an image. But you want your first image to be the slickest, cleanest thing that you get because your pickup's going to be a little rough anyway. So you might as well then utilize your rough side, which sometimes is a little more sticky, but you aren't going to get as clean of an image.
Okay, if I go through and do this like this, I think I'm going to be, oh, look at that. See, I had it backwards there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, some of these.
they grip to each other.
Yes, especially since I have them, you know, rough to smooth.
Yeah.
Okay, rough, smooth.
I just want to say that our lighting is pretty fabulous today.
Rough. I'm glad I'm doing this because I would have already screwed it up.
Yeah.
And rough. Okay, now I think that's it. And let me get my bridge ready to go here.
Yes.
Okay.
This is Persian lattice. Thank you, Mo. It's cut up. Yours wouldn't show up like this. You would get more stencil than this.
Okay, and I did cut a whole bunch of pieces of tissue paper to do, you know, to put over the top so that I can, you know, put that down like that. I thought that was really brilliant on my part.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Doing good, Patricia.
Yeah. I'm telling you, this kind of stuff is really,
sequence matters.
It doesn't. I've got the frog's on the wrong side here.
That's okay. We're not judging you on.
Thank you.
Frog.
I thought that little booger was so dead cute.
So cute.
Now here, Okay, I need to say that something.
Okay.
The reason I have 2 Gossin
Mm-hmm.
is because we have a great big pad of Gossin. And then we have a smaller pad, and I really, that did not connect in my brain when I was doing it.
Aha!
So I've got 2 Gossins.
We have figured out then the need for the 3rd plate.
Yes.
Gossin, overrepresented.
Overrepresented.
That's okay.
Hey,
We like the Gossin paper.
I do. Really. I
It is one of the, I think
like
it's
very much. All right.
very
now,
in the middle.
here we go again. Trying to figure out.
Oh, Darlene, that sounds fabulous. Yes, there's a bias. Got a little paper towel there or a hootie doo. There you go.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're going to lift this up.
She needs something. She don't know what it is.
Else
this is a whole different yes, you need a sandwich.
This is a whole different. I need a sandwich here. I mean,
the first one's the hardest.
Seriously.
That was good work, Patricia.
Whoa. There we go. All right.
Off to the side table.
Orinoco. Don't worry. I will bring them all back. Okay? I promise.
Yes.
I promise. Okay, that's still wet. I know that'll dry and I can use it again. But that seemed to be a pretty, just about the right amount of paint.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so Eddie wants you to know that he is really loving this experimentation with the papers.
He is?
Mm-hmm.
Is he being serious?
Yes. Yes.
He's not just blowing smoke?
No, he didn't. There wasn't any,
sarcasm?
No, or emojis that would indicate otherwise.
Good to know, Eddie. Good to know. Okay, now. I can't talk and do this, y'all.
Okay.
See, I'm just thinking if I have that like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
Smack that baby down.
Yeah. Hey, Helen. Oh, no worries. Hi and bye.
And I know this probably seems really confusing why I'm using all these
I actually have
different layers of paper.
I have a question.
Okay.
It didn't present itself until the second thing here, because I was like, but I still like it. Just to note it's more, yes, strictly an observation. Especially since you are using a, but maybe this is why you were doing it. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to, get it out. Give me a second here. Brain is working.
Absolutely.
Okay, so with you putting the paint over the stencil,
that would be what is your stencil print.
Right. But normally what you would do...
That's normally what I would do if that's what I wanted. Right?
Yeah, it's not wrong. It's just kind of interesting. Because, it's not... No, I don't think that it is normally the way that you utilize the stencil. But it is a great way. the main reason that it's working and working the way that it is on the smooth side. So when she puts this over the stencil, is you're getting like all of the area covered, but that's one of the reasons that you're really brayering that out. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. I just thought that, you know, that's the way we should do it.
Right. But it's not a normal thing.
Well, not necessarily, but here's the thing.
It's picking up paint, and it's doing it quickly.
It's picking it up, and you know, when I get back to show you all of these in a minute, I think that
we can have further discussion upon
this. We can have further discussion.
Yeah. Careful there. Yeah. You're doing a great job. I'm very proud of you.
Well, thank you. I mean, I really...
Y'all just don't understand. This takes some serious planning. She has been working on this since we talked, like, when we got off the stream on, that was yesterday, to about, you know, 5 minutes before the stream started, because we were still working out some things.
Yes.
Like stencil designs, which, you know. Yeah. Sherry's like, this makes my brain hurt. It'll make more sense once we're done.
It really will, and I'm going to show you both of them, because it's like
I think this is gonna be a really cool.
And you know what I could do is I could just pull that one up and see there's that one.
Yeah, that was the thing I thought you were gonna do. But that's it. Yeah.
Well, I'm already committed here.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, here's use an extra one.
You have an extra. Is this Gossin? See, the Gossin's getting special treatment.
The Gossin's getting special treatment. Oh, that got both sides. Okay, but see, yeah.
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 But don't switch it up at this point.
I can't switch it up now. It's too late.
And I like what you've done, because it's not something that we have probably discussed overly. It's not that you haven't done it, or I've seen other people do it. I just don't think a full-on discussion has been had about this way that you're doing the smooth papers and stencils.
Yes, I think that.
Keep in mind, once
that is
again,
absolutely right, and I'm having to use because it's wet.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it comes through the papers as well, especially with some of these.
And the thing about it is and I do have, and I will do. What?
As Sherry, she says, just mark me down as an F. It's okay. It'll make more sense in the end. I'm very excited about discussing all of this.
Hanchy smooth.
And I do want to say, one of the reasons that this is working the way that it is again, the openness of the paint.
Yes.
You would not be able to do this particular smooth side technique let's see, with the degree of repetition. That's what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. Basically, you can't count on like other paint drying. You know, the variable there is too high, and how quickly it's going to build up on the stencil, because that's going to be something else.
Okay, well that was a
repetition is success. Exactly.
Okay, so this is the hanshi. This is probably one of the most fragile.
Yes. Yeah, you got to move it. You better
move it.
Because it's, yeah, good job.
But they are coming off. It might also have to do with the open paint.
Quick pull, open paint. Success rate higher.
Those are extra hanshi.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
very excited about this. Yes, this is golden open. And if you want to know the color, it is
alizarin.
alizarin.
All right, I've got to move my business here because I don't have a good.
Yeah. Business being the brayer off.
Okay.
Well, Becky, I say you claim it. You have done your due diligence. That's what I feel like. Oh, Becky, she's trying to find out who said something during one of the streams. She really wasn't sure, and I couldn't remember. And God knows I don't know exactly which stream. So, like, pulling that up, who knows? You know.
Yeah, that.
So, but she's being very sweet about it. This is the asagami. Your deli paper's looking quite interesting as well. Oh, the Izzy coffee filter stream. Maybe.
Whoa.
That one's sticky. See, this is where things are getting a little like, ooh.
Yeah, I might need to take a little time out and wash my.
You got stuff all across your arm. Getting beautified.
Down.
Awesome, Becky. Awesome. Hey, Anthony. Yes, that stencil has been cannibalized. It's just the partial. I don't know how you got that, or if it was it one of the IMPPs? Is that how you got that piece of the stencil?
Mm-hmm. From Joshy.
Yeah.
Joshy hooks me up with these things. Okay, I need to get some new papers here. These are all sticky. They'll work later, but not right now. Mm-hmm.
He does. They sneaker things.
Oh, I think I just ripped it. I did.
Don't worry about it. Just cut that part off. Or not. Stick it back there. Oh, he's good. They'll be here tomorrow. They've been coming on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Well, we may have a little bit of...
Yes, that's right, Devin.
Yeah, did you see that little flip up there where I
that's why I said you just need to trim it off. It becomes a problem at this point.
Well, you know, we're almost to the end here.
Okay.
So...
Now, I'm looking at these very thin papers, and you need to move it.
What?
I think you need to get those on and off very quickly. Because some of those were already sticking.
Yes. You are absolutely right there.
I love that visual. Like, yeah, you should push that down and just pick it up. Don't even lay that stencil back down on it. Just pull it up. Yeah. Yeah, she needs a third arm for sure.
I do.
Oh, I'm worried.
Boy, that was...
Yeah, I heard it. I don't know if you guys heard that on the thing, but I could even hear it over here because it makes that.
Yeah, and see, there's our
kind of, and that means it's sticking. When it's this thin of a paper, sticking is a. Uh-oh.
Is it a uh-oh? Yeah.
Yeah, ruh-roh. Things are about to happen, and then when it gets stuck on there, you better just take it to the sink and soak it and get it off of there.
Okay, I think I'm okay with that. I don't think I'm gonna have to pull it up. I don't want to because I've already got an oopsie whoopsie there.
Yeah, you're gonna roll more paint over it. Anyway.
And I've got two more rounds to go here.
And welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're watching on replay, let us know you're watching in the comments. We like to hear that. We'll chat back at you. I think I'm pretty well caught up. There's a few that I need to... And P's been helping, which I love. Oh, what's Eddie having made? Yeah, we're going... Very nice, Robin. But the trench coat is good. I like that. That's good stuff. Are you doing the Gossin again? Or no? Okay, this is the Mashi?
This is Mashi.
Okay.
Yes, I have to do the Gossin because remember the other one is different.
Yeah. Hi, Lindy. Welcome. Or is it, so it's Lindy, Kay, and Sean. Which one are you? Or is it both of you? Sometimes P and I are traveling together, even on the internet. But most of the time, PM Artist Studio is me. When I'm, you know, interacting on the web. Lindy K, okay.
My stencil is getting extremely sticky.
Yes.
I'm really happy to see the end of the... Because I would have to stop and do some serious stuff here shortly.
Yes, because see what happens is that paint's building up on the stencil, which then makes it sticky, and then, you know, interesting things start to happen. This is kind of like what we talk about when we do the long hauls. That, you know, that paint buildup, but eventually it does release, but it becomes sticky as well.
Yeah, because see, that's still wet.
And right now, sticky releasing paint is not necessarily where we want to be.
I'm very pleased that I haven't had any of them doing, you know, sticking to the plate or the stencil.
Yes.
But again, I will reiterate. It probably has as much to do with the fact that we're using open paint.
That's a huge factor.
Huge factor.
Also, another factor, these are small pieces of paper.
Yeah. It's a whole lot easier than trying to pull off a grate.
Yeah, you're just doing a...
Yeah.
So even just the tension on the paper isn't going to be as great as like if you're pulling a large sheet.
Yeah. So
just some things to keep in mind, that our success rate here is greater due to those things.
Yeah. That. This is wet strength tissue paper, so we know that that's going to, I can leave that on there and I don't have to worry about it. It will pull off. No problemo. All right.
Take care.
Paint put away, or at least the lid on. I don't know. We might do some.
That's good to know, Lynn.
Some more different things here.
All right. What's next?
Well, oh, see, they're already starting to fly around. There is Usagami. Find my other Usagami. Whoa, there it goes. I should have known. It's flying around. Mashi is another flyer around her. Okay, I've got Gossin, and I want to get out the other one. Where did I put that? Okay, this is what should have happened here, but we already,
Right.
You're still getting some of it. You're seeing it on top of the stencil.
No, like I said, I thought it was an interesting. I know that wasn't what you had intended.
It wasn't. And see, here's sketch.
But really, you know what you did is you kind of reproduced. You know how and Fran was she always did that's
yeah, where she flips it up and puts it back down.
That's really sort of what you did in a faster way, just because it was already on the stencil, and you could do that because of the open paint.
Right. And I think it's very, very interesting. You can see, look at how it takes the paint, it pulls the paint.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, I wanted to see that because I had a feeling that that's what would happen. And it has a lot to do with, if you look at the papers that have been sized, they're going to be less absorbent.
Yeah.
And I just, pretty much, and you can see there is a difference in the rough and the smooth side. And we knew that because somebody had said, one of the things they noted when we were doing the other thing is we had used the wrong side of the paper for the watercolor experiment.
Right.
And I thought that was sort of important, to show the difference in that as far as that on the gel plate.
So did you get all that? Because they were kind of like, okay, well, what were we trying to compare and contrast here? And I think you covered it.
Yes. Okay. And, you can see, and when I get all of these put down in their places in the book.
Yeah. And then the other ones that we will be pulling on Thursday, the main thing we're testing there is which ones will do a dry pull.
Yes.
Because I'm assuming some of them aren't going to come off the plate.
I am assuming that they are not also. I mean, just, but you don't know, because I really expected to have some of them at least stick to the stencil. But again, we started with a clean stencil.
Right.
Didn't have a lot of paint buildup, so that might have something to do with it. But, yeah, we're going to see how these pull off. And again, a factor is they're not really big pieces of paper.
Yeah.
They're relatively small, and we're doing a very, and I've got that part on the edge there. I don't know. We're just going to have to see. Yeah. And they have to dry completely, because right now some of them are just like half and half. All right. Now what?
Most of it, she was also enjoying to see how the frog stamp was changing or not when they added layer.
Oh, yeah. Because
see, and I thought she was going to do that with the butterflies, but
I wanted to, but I needed the butterflies to be this size, not the bigger size.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, you can see the frog went gray. See him sticking his little head up above.
Yeah, that was cute. And yes, we will have new stuff coming out, obviously, as we do every month. We just haven't had an opportunity because we did do the double points thing, which always brings in more orders, which is great. But then we do need time to catch up with that, along with processing everything. There's going to be lots of stamps coming out this month, which is pretty exciting. So stay tuned. Maybe Thursday.
Yeah,
if I
for
can
sure.
get some time to get things. And Brad's going to be teaching me how to do a little bit more too. So.
Okay, I'm just going to pull off some things that have been on here for a long time.
And then you're just going to play around?
Then I'm just going to mess about the cabin.
I love it.
And what I'm going to do is, I know people are really interested in me cleaning my plate. But when this starts happening, what just happened right there,
yeah,
and how hard this is to pull, it's time to
condition.
And I mean, you can kind of tell by looking at the ends here. It's still a nice print, but look at that. It's very interesting what it did out here in those places, because when you look back here, you can see them. See that and that?
Well, are those bubbles?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're necessarily bubbles or if they're just someplace where
it didn't get stuck down.
It didn't get stuck down. Well, it looks like it did from this side. I mean, I don't know how you would.
Well, there's just something different going. Like, you can just tell something different was going on in those areas anyway.
And it could be, you know, this is one of those ones that I use the retarder on.
Hi, Laura.
Or it could be one of the ones where I use some of the airbrush medium and it didn't get pulled up, because you can see those places very definitely.
That would be.
I think it's still a nice print.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
Are you gonna make that one into packets?
Probably.
Yeah. Hey, there's some really good papers in the packets.
Yeah, there are.
I think, did you used the papers that I had stamped, right? That are the
some of
samples?
them, yeah.
So there you go. Some of y'all might be getting, like, so remember, if you go over to the shop and on the, because this was the first time I had done this way, because we thought it would be a cool way to represent, like, how to, like, something cool to do with the particular ones, which are the bursts, the atomic bursts. There's 3 styles, and then the blocks, the mid-mod blocks. But I did color photographs of some kind of like ideas what to do with them. Well, those sample papers then ended up in P's stack of papers to gel print to then make the packets that we send out with the orders. So keep an eye out for some of those. And then I think you stamped some other things too.
I stamped on some of them too. Yeah, and I used ones that, you know, where I just go ahead and clean off the stamp on the brayer off over here.
Are you going to condition that plate?
I am, because it needs it.
All right, those of you that are new to gel printing and you want to know, and because it comes up fairly often, she's going to show you how to apply the oil.
You know, and when I was doing these other plates this morning, I was kind of thinking about this, because what's really interesting is you can actually feel the stuff that's left on the plate more than you can see it sometimes. So when you're doing your massaging, you can really see, okay, well, look, this is an area that I really need to work on, because I can feel a bumpy piece of paint there.
It's like working out the knots in your neck, you know, a massage.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, mashed potatoes on a white plate.
Hey, Mitzi.
Okay, now some of this stuff is obviously on the underneath side of the plate.
At least
I'm just going to have to take my word for it. Like, I think that one is too. I've been trying to get it off, but it's
on the other side of the window.
It's like washing those windows. Okay.
Yeah, that's funny. And hello to those of you that have come in. Say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already.
Look at this. Isn't this cool how this label has just kind of...
The mineral oil does that.
Mineral oil. Yeah. This is food grade. So, you know, if you were constipated, you could take a spoon of this and clean you out. This is to restore and polish inside and outside.
It doesn't say that.
Protects against wood cracks. Yeah.
Inside and out.
I don't know.
She's bumping things.
I really enjoy saying that. Yeah. Okay. So you just smear it
Bye,
around.
Yay. Thanks for
And
hanging.
while you're doing it, you can start feeling, oh, I can feel some little hoopty-doos there. And I don't have long nails, so
yeah, if you have nails, be careful. You can puncture it.
You can poke holes.
Yeah, and yes, that is a good side note. P is not a physician. Do not take medical advice from her. Even if it's just, taking mineral oil, please consult your actual physician.
I don't know what she's saying. I can't hear her.
That's right. Disclaimer.
Oh.
Yeah?
Big. Yeah, it's one of those things from your...
Oh.
You know those that...
Yeah, the heavy... The extra heavy, thick...
feels like sand.
Mm-hmm.
And that is really not good for your plate. It's going to make a little dent. Although,
little pocky marks.
Gosh.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now I'm going to... You saw this is a clean wet wipe straight out of the little old container over here.
Bye, Trish. Thanks for hanging.
Now, see, look at that. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that...
It doesn't come up with the tape.
Doesn't come up with the tape. And also make sure that you condition your edges, because that is part of what,
where the buildup starts.
Where the buildup, yeah. And see that right there? It kind of creates a little shelf there.
Mm-hmm. And then that's where it hangs on, and that's why we say crack your edges.
On the next round, then that's the kind of stuff that grabs onto your paper, and when you pull your paper up, it rips it. And you do need to, just keep turning it, because you can't see that when it's up there at the top.
Mm-hmm. I actually try to grow my nails out somewhat because it helps with cleaning the stencils.
Oh.
They're helpful. But I don't gel plate like she does. So.
And I keep mine very, very short.
Oh, packets. So whenever you guys place orders, those little 2 gel prints, we call those the packets because it comes with our little info card, little postcard, and then the 2 prints and the little freebie stencil. That's a packet. That's what these are. Yeah. Use these for. As I go ahead, and then I will just, I'll just do that. We'll make some packets. She's already made quite a few, but, you cannot have too many packets ready. You cannot. Mm-hmm. And I have some more over there, Mariah, that I haven't used. That is exactly right. That's a great little overview, Ninian. Thank you very much. It is, yes. Tape, mineral oil, and then pay attention to the edges. Get those cleaned up, and then you're good to go. And if you're storing it, the best thing to do is kind of apply the mineral oil a little more liberally, and then put a piece of paper. You want to make sure that if you are storing it with the paper on it, that it is large enough to cover the entire gel plate, because if it does not, you will then end up with lines that are embedded. Yeah, and I have to say something, because I kind of screwed it up. Yeah. When I was making packets the other day, I was using this stencil. Yeah. And I got into some really goopy paint that was, Get yourself in a sticky situation. Sticky situation here. It's that green color right there. So I have this other, plexiglass sheet that I use in the bathroom. I saw it in there. To put this on top of there. And then that way, when I scrub it, I've got something to give, support the stencil. Or you could get the Murphy's oil and just soak it, and then it just goos off. I'm telling you, you need to watch Eddie's video. Well, I need a larger vessels to place this in. I need a cat litter tray. Because that other one is like this, and some sticks out, and and then you have to put more stuff in. You have to put more stuff in. You need a big enough container that you can make it flat.
But you can see I really got this side
Mhm.
cleaned off pretty well. And I think this is the side that was down onto the plate. But I didn't even notice it until I got up to pee about 3:30 in the morning. And I went to the bathroom and I went, oh, holy cow, I need to go. So here I'm at 3:30 in the morning, running water, scrubbing on my stencil because I was like, oh my gosh, it's starting to get dry in certain spots. And I did pull it loose.
You pop a little. You got to be nice to this stencil. It
You
has
have
areas.
to be nice to the stencil. Now I didn't pull it loose, but this one got bent back.
Well, that can be.
Yeah, I can heat.
If your stencils get warped up like that, if you apply warmth to it, like, if you're in Texas, just leave it outside for about 5 seconds. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
It'll lay flat.
Very
or if you have a hot,
seriously.
if you have a hot laptop or
I love this stencil. I love it so much. And you can tell it's getting, I had to clean it off because it wasn't sticking down anymore.
Yes.
And then also I got the goopy paint on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there we go. Now, I don't know what this one's called. What is this one called? This is like one of my favorite.
Oh, and Mo was she knew what it was. It's Desert Cracks, available in 2
Yeah,
styles.
yeah.
This is the larger one.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to use some of the open paint,
Mm-hmm.
but we're also going to use some of this blue that dries in a New York minute.
Yeah, this is not open.
The
blue's not open.
The blue is not open.
She's mixing it with the alizarin. I like saying that. It makes me think of lizards. I don't know why.
Yeah. Okay.
It's an alizarin.
Alizarin?
This is how Texans say it's a lizard.
I'm trying to get Mariah's favorite. I don't know what happened to it, Mariah.
Y'all want to laugh in the chat. That's cool.
Schmalt.
Smalt. Or schmalt.
I don't know. I think I just need to mix it right there. Because
Thank you,
it needs to be fully integrated.
Bye, Miriam.
Bye, Miriam.
This is the purple she's talking about.
Well, I don't know that this is going to be the purple, but it's going to be one of them.
A purple.
A purple.
That's true. Because usually you do the other blue. Oh, yes. That too, Becky. Oh, bye, Evan.
Okay, you can see what happens with the schmalt. It gets really, what do I want to say?
It is
stripy, streaky.
What is the word for that? But it is. It always does that.
It always does that. It creates striations within the.
It does not roll out evenly.
And it does not roll out. You can roll it until it's coming off on your brayer.
Until the
and
lizards
it still
come home.
has those streaky marks. So just keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to get your panties in the water about, but you do need to know that. Okay. Now, that's not terribly interesting, but
Multi shrieks.
not terribly interesting. I've got to move my little jobbers here.
Kind of, Jeanette. She says kind of like how watercolor granulates, but it's always these streaks. It doesn't like cluster or anything like that. It's always this ripply.
Yeah, just creates those little marks there. Okay, now we're just going to long haul this for the rest of the, I think you're going to be able to see some really cool things happen here as I'm going to go back and forth with heavy body and fluid and yeah, all that.
I have a quick question for you while you're long hauling. Do you have any of the larger sheets of the rice paper that you can kind of intermix? Because you're going to be doing quick pulls, so I don't see why that wouldn't be something to utilize.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just grab one. Here, I don't know which one it is, but whichever one it is, that's what we're going to use.
Here you go. The sketch.
Hanshi.
Oh, Hanshi.
Hanshi.
Okay. Hanshi's the winner.
Hanshi's the winner.
Eddie's excited. We're long hauling. Hi, Susan.
Okay. Whoa. Pulled out 2 sheets. Did I? No.
Oh, well, we did the comparison.
Okay.
Well, we have the comparison started.
Yes. Now, we're going to... okay, I just changed my mind. I'm going to go with yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to use the fluid rather... This is transparent yellow iron oxide.
Okay.
It's the fluid rather than the high flow. Just FYI.
These are great to long haul with. Certainly
Nice little
in between.
annular.
Yeah. Can you tell them why?
Tell them why? What?
Why the fluids work really nicely, especially like every other.
Because they really get down into the crevasses.
Or orifices.
And they interact with the paint that is already on there.
Even the paint that's already been on there. It'll be a little while. It'll be a little while. It's got to, like, you know, marinate.
All right, here we go.
I love this. I love the color.
Smooth side down or rough side down.
Smooth.
Smooth.
Oof. This is making me nervous, though. This is a bold move. This is a big piece of paper. She's going to be real mad at me if it sticks.
Yeah, if I have to pull this off and take it to the sink and clean it up.
Just, you know, move quickly. Move quickly. They say it can be done.
Oh, yeah, but look at that stencil.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's looking, see? Furry. It's
Furry.
furry.
Furry. Okay. That's cool. I don't hate that, but I want you to, I'm going to hold this up. It kind of looks like mold.
Y'all see that? It's been flocked.
Yeah, not the other thing. Flocked.
And it's not necessarily a good thing.
It really isn't, but you know, look at that. You can just,
I know.
I just barely got that booger off there before yeah.
This is our concern.
This is my concern. Yes, we share this concern about
it is ours together. And we're sharing it with y'all.
Yeah. All right, so now we're going to go with some... I'm not going to clean it up. We're just going to see where this goes. This is high flow.
See, Eddie even said 2 seconds longer, that paper would have been stuck. He knows. Eddie's had to clean up some of these situations.
And I think, you know, the whole thing is now we're not just adding paint to the mix here.
There's paper.
We're adding some other things too. Loft.
Yeah. You need to pull that with the wet string. Don't put another piece on there.
She doesn't.
I don't trust it.
All right, and this is the rough side. We've decided on the wet string. There's just really not a whole hill of beans difference.
Not a ton, no.
I've never had it stick before, because now I say that. And that's
Cheryl says that when she was working with the paper, she got some fuzz too. You've got to move quickly with the Japanese like art papers.
All right, we're getting some really cool effects here.
I think where it's not coming up is where the fuzz is. But that'll come up here in a minute.
It's really sticking. The paint is sticking to the fuzzies.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's cool.
Speed is good.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, so let's go with a heavy body. Let's go with some turquoise.
So you guys see how she's kind of moving in between the fluids and the heavy bodies. You want to kind of go light to dark. Change up your colors. That way you're building up beautiful, interesting lines around this here stencil. This is a great one. I don't think you've long hauled with this one before. Not
What?
on. You haven't long hauled on camera with this one before. I don't.
Oh, I
Think.
don't think so. No. I do love this.
Mhm.
All right, so you get this out here and you're noticing, okay, you know, I'm probably not getting as good of a distribution as I really want here.
Mix in some fluid.
Then you just grab one of your fluid
Hi, Joyce.
and make it a little bit more juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what's happening here. I'm getting a lot more loft on my stencil, so it's taking a lot more to get it down into the.
It's soaking into that fuzzy business.
And it is soaking into the fuzzy bit.
It's soaking up more than you think it is. And then it's going to release, which is going to probably be a fabulous print.
I'm hoping it's going to be fabulous when it releases. So, you know, that might be something to consider.
Hopefully it's on a good layer, and that whatever's underneath is like the most perfect complementary color to that print. Mm-hmm.
And I really, you know, I would hesitate. I think the way to go with the rice papers is using the open paint.
Yeah.
I just think that
your success rate is going to be greater.
I think that was one of the things that, you know, made all of the little ones that I did come off perfectly.
Yep.
Is because it was still, you know, it stayed in place because it was heavy body. Oh, yeah. Now, see, we're starting to get some of the pull off.
Uh-huh. Yes. That looks so cool.
Where the fuzzy part. Okay. And then I just always, I just can't resist, you know, doing the next one in yellow.
No, don't do that. Do it in like
You just hate on green.
I do. Even though I got green. Look,
green,
I got green
on today.
I do.
I'm going to do it.
Okay.
I'm going to do it.
That's fine.
Green gold.
And this is actually the green that I don't really care for, but I do look good in this color, I think. Like it's in the jewel tones that go well with my hair.
Getting a really nice brayer off here.
If y'all wanted to know that. This looks like algae.
Just get some of that black part of that.
Because that's where the fuzz is still, I think. I feel like.
Yeah, it's pretty froggy.
Yeah. Oh, copper would have been good too. Now, one of the reasons that P uses the paper towel to rub it is because it does come through, see? So it's a nice way to smooth over it because you don't really want to use your Baron on this because it can catch, especially if it's really, like if you got a lot of paint coming through, it's going to catch on the Baron.
Yeah, and the other thing about it is it's pushing it down a lot more than I would want to because I don't want my paper to get stuck to the...
Yeah, it's a smoother gliding that you can do with the kitchen towel, the paper towel. Mo loves the green.
Look at that.
Thank you, Jay.
Okay, that is looking absolutely fabulous. Now we're going to come in with some
Keep it
red.
very clean, that's right.
Not red, but this is Permanent Rose. Big fan of Permanent Rose.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Opera Rose, but the reason I like Permanent Rose a little bit more is it has a little bit more oomph to it.
Well, the Opera Rose is more pinky.
Now, see those little things? Those are little hanger-oners, and they can really do a job on your print.
Mm-hmm. That was kind of gross. Just say.
like stepping on a
Don't.
earthworm on the sidewalk.
Oh gosh, because it's been raining, so the flipping snails are out. And Brad and I are always like, oh, good gosh. We try to avoid them, but...
When Izzy was little, she used to take great delight in jumping up and down on them. You know, when I used to walk her down to the pond.
Yeah. One of those memories came up the other day. Such a cute little thing. And it doesn't smell like the Opera Rose. That is true. It does not have the funky, pinky stink. Mm-hmm. That's funny. Those darker areas, I guarantee you those are the ones that still have kind of fuzzy stuff.
Oh, yeah, right
that
there.
you can see.
There.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons that this one's probably not releasing the paint so quickly is that it had quite a bit of paint built up on it. So that's something to consider why it hasn't released. But it'll start at some point.
Something to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, now I've got that down there. I'm going to try something really different. I'm going to use some airbrush medium. It's really loosey-goosey.
Yes. So this is one of her mixes, but it has the airbrush medium in it.
I don't know. I've never used it before. I don't know if it's a good thing to do or not.
Yeah, during a long haul. This is a new.
Yeah, I've never used it in a long haul before. It's a really cool looking color there. I mean, I think it's a cool looking color. Kind of dark and
Oh yeah,
moody.
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 Let's see if it's in the mood to release. Release that fluff. It does look different.
It does, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Notice how quickly it sucked down on there. And really, I've got quite a bit coming through on the top part. Oops, picked up my...
I have a funny story, but that Anthony's thing reminded me of it. I don't think that it would be probably appropriate to talk about.
Oh.
But I just want to share that made me chuckle.
I just want to, you know, kind of try to get the white part to go away. That's how I know that I'm... Oh, yeah, now we're starting to get some really good buildup there.
I smell all things too, Becky.
You what?
Smell all things. Yeah, see? Look, it's letting some stuff up. You can see the different colors now, even on the stencil, but... Yeah, that was a good idea.
Okay, yeah.
That worked well.
It did. It did.
Oh, yeah, she's been pulling with the wet strength, the Carnival wet strength tissue since she did the one of the Hanshi. It got fuzzy, and ever since, so yeah.
This is
What is this?
my mix. My interference gold, airbrush medium, and 8 drops of iridescent bronze.
8 drops. 8's our favorite number at PM Artist Studio. I was wondering, okay, I meant to like look this up. I wonder, can we get custom 8 balls made?
Custom what?
8 balls, you know, ask the 8 ball thing. But if we could have like some of our PM, you know, like what color or, you know, like PM isms in the 8-ball. That was not.
Sure, Mariah.
That was, I'm just saying that I think that would be a fabulous idea.
I got to get my flat side around here. All right, so this is the interference that has some stuff in it. I'm hoping it's going to be enough to get some more releases going on here and get some really cool, kind of a little bit of, yeah, that grungy.
Oh, yeah.
Shiny gray goo. And
Gray goo.
Gray goo.
See, I thought you probably could. I need to investigate this further.
What?
This 8-ball thing.
Oh, okay.
I know you're not into it, but I'm totally into it.
I'm not really. Oh, that's murky.
The Arty 8-ball. Options are out there. Thank you, Rhonda. See, I always forget, and then I think about it, and then I'm like, okay, well, I'll do that later, and then I forget. So maybe I'll remember now that I've talked about it out loud. Ooh, I love this. That's beautiful.
Oh, I really, I love that. I love that so much. Okay, now we've got to do red. We're going to do a quinacridone. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to get I want to create a darker, almost black, without it being black.
Yeah. Yep, that's been some people. Yeah, they're getting some love on that last one for sure. I like this now that you've rolled it. Like that red was a bit at first, but it mixing in with what was there and what's on the brayer. Good stuff. Good stuff. You got 30 minutes.
I think
you can accomplish whatever it is that you're accomplishing.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Carry on, my friend.
I mean,
Does anyone have any questions?
I'm getting ready to do a yellow.
Okay. What red was that?
That was quinacridone.
Okay.
In the fluid acrylic.
It was very red. Are you sure?
It was.
That was quinacridone?
Yeah, right here.
Just looked really red. Oh, more stuff's coming off now. It's funny that it's around the edges, like it's a frame.
Oh no!
Look at that.
Seriously. Well,
that's kind of interesting.
You couldn't make that happen. And you're still picking up a little bit of the shimmer.
Yes.
And you see the shimmer?
That's what's really cool. When you do the metallics, actually the one almost after it or ever, when it does kind of come through are the really cool ones because it's like a nice little surprise.
On the next layer.
Yeah.
I'm loving this going back and forth.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go with a nickel azo. And you can see where the green is showing up on the stencil. That's where all that black pulled off.
Right.
So I don't know. It might be a mistake. I should have gone with a heavy body here.
I don't know, though, because it's starting to finally release stuff. So it might be good to keep at it with these more fluid in your mixes.
Well, I'm just thinking.
I'm hoping
for a really lovely.
That one smells weird. I can smell it from here.
It looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
It smells weird. Is that the one that you put the stuff in?
No, this is just regular high flow. Or, I'm sorry, fluid.
Hey, Joan. Now, it could be the lighting.
What?
Why? Yeah, I know. She says her quinacridone isn't so red, but it could be the lighting. Because I'm looking at it on the monitor. I really didn't look at it on the in real life. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty, though. It smells weird, but it looks fabulous.
All right, I'm getting a lot of good buildup out there. I'm very happy about that. Now we're going to go with a dark.
Oh, you're welcome, Joan. And actually, that's a great reminder. If any of y'all that are teaching classes, we've sent stuff to Becky. She's had classes, and you want us, like we're always willing to send you like little postcard things, and if we can do it in time, we're always willing to do like little freebie extras, or whatever we can send, we will. The more time you give us, the more opportunity we have to include little extra bits of things. But yeah, if you're out there promoting us, of course we're going to, I mean, you're helping
send
us
you
out.
Stuff.
We'll send you stuff.
Heck yeah.
Seems like a win-win.
Now this is a blue, so I'm not going to dilly-dally.
And yes, there is my email. Thank you.
Because we all know what happens with the blue.
Mm-hmm. Were you tapping down that one little thing that was flopping up? Is that what you were doing there with your...
That was anthraquinone.
Okay.
Heavy body. Don't know if I mentioned that.
Joan says she still can't remember that about blue.
She still can't remember the blue dries fast.
Blues dry fast. Your next one's going to be the better one.
It's going to be wonderful.
My suggestion would be like a turquoise or maybe even a purple, because that'll be kind of nifty.
I'm going to go with gold.
You knew that.
I'm going to use some of this. I'm going to do kind of what I did a while ago.
Okay. It'll be slaty blue. Steely.
Well, did you see that spit out there?
Yeah, I did.
Holy moly.
It blurped.
It blurb. I'm going to try this silver and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think silver and blue are good together.
Ooh, that looks real. Ooh. That was a bold move.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't know about this. But the poll after this one may be better.
Maybe.
This is the tricky part about like these heavy metallics, because they're going to be very opaque.
It is pretty opaque.
So you've lost any of your depth of transparency.
Well, I was hoping I got enough of that other stuff out there.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't think you did.
The clear stuff.
There's a lot of silver.
That's all right. We'll do a good mop up job here.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be really cool. Well, depending on,
Yeah, the deli paper does work somewhat like the wet strength tissue. One of the differences about the deli paper is that it's not going to be as transparent. And obviously with deli papers vary.
And it doesn't tear as good.
Yeah, and deli papers vary as far as like how much waxy business they have, or if it's waxed one side or this, that, the other. But yeah, overall performance-wise, as far as pulling, yeah. Hey, that turned out better than I thought it was going to.
Oh my gosh. Air conditioner
Is it going?
messing with my stuff here. Okay. All right, so we've got some good buildup out here.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back to the good buildup. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my green gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mariah, you're such a poopy diaper head sometimes.
Sometimes.
This is not what she would have done.
Uh-uh.
She's going to tell you that here in just a minute if I give her enough time.
I thought my face said it all. There's no need to. Really.
No need to amplify.
No.
Well, my brayer off's looking really spectacular.
Yes. No worries, Zen. No worries. Goodness, you're going after that one. Just hoping some stuff comes up. I mean, that paint just keeps building up. Like, this stencil is going to weigh a ton.
Yeah, and it wasn't a light duty one anyway.
It does not want to release.
Yummy green stuff.
Looks like algae.
Oh, yes. Look at that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, we're going back to permanent rose.
What's going to happen when you put down permanent rose on green?
We don't know, Mariah. We have various colors of green out there.
Uh-huh.
A goodly representation.
Uh-huh. There should be depths of brown happening. Pond mud.
What?
Anne says pond mud.
Pond mud.
Yes, from algae to pond mud. That's right.
Turning my brayer off around here.
Okay. I don't know. You got a lot of
Look a
red
little
out
bit
there.
like maybe
I don't know if the green ain't holding up.
Dead frogs.
Brown is not happening.
Frogs in the blender kind of situation here.
Oh, good God.
This might be a twofer.
Yeah.
You know, a two white.
Yeah, we didn't call that one. Now, underneath, though, it might surprise you. There might be more brown happening than what we see here. She does.
What?
Joan says, you have quite the imagination, P. A kind of gory one. She does. Good golly. Yeah, you put a ton of paint out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't get excited. Don't get excited.
The brown might be happening on this one.
I went kind of light on my wiping. Did you notice?
Yes.
Because I'm hoping to get some of the...
This is what you wanted, perhaps.
This is where I'm really pushing a lot to get a lot of that, the lines of the stencil involved here rather than the shapes in the background. You never know. It's just, yeah.
Wow.
And remember, this is number 2 of the pull.
Yeah. See, now you're getting some of that shimmery business.
Well, we're still getting a lot of resist for the stencil.
It said nay on the line.
It said nay.
It says I'll take that and not release it.
So
yeah. I can't believe that it's not releasing off the stencil. I mean, this is just kind of mind-blowing.
It really kind of is.
Like,
no, it's
chunks
just really
of it
sticking.
And this thing, it looks like, I mean, I bet it has doubled in its size. You need to put something down there that's gonna, like, loosen it up. You keep putting those metallics and the blues down there. And that's why.
You think?
Uh-huh. I do.
Okay. I think I'm just getting a good build up there so that when it really starts loosening and letting go, we're going to have some absolutely fabulous.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Kathy. Kathy's Carl, right? Carl, Kathy. Is that right? See, Mo knows things. Hey, Bree. You've got to do a fluid on this next one because this thing is just getting caked up.
It's going to be a great final pull.
Zinjan, so it might, but usually what happens in a long haul, it's just sections and little chunks kind of will start breaking off. If you want it to come off like what it would with a brayer, you'd actually want to soak the stencil in like Murphy's oil, let it sit, and you might be able to get a full skin off of it. Now, Eddie got a most impressive full skin off of I think, Eddie, did you use the Murphy's oil? Did that happen like that, or was it some other mixture? But one thing you do not want to do, even if it's wet paint or anything like that, you do not want to pick that or pull it from the stencil. Because what can happen is it will actually, because it doesn't adhere to the Yupo, and the Yupo might start peeling off in layers. So you do not want to do that. It needs to be soaked off, or like with this type of situation, because it's the paint will work with the paint to get it to lift up. Oh, well, I'd love to see it. That was impressive. And yes, thank you, Mo. Mo did put a link to the clean care and use of stencil guide, and that actually, Eddie's video is listed on that page because it was such a good one. It was perfect. It was the right amount of information and easy peasy. I have created one for stamps, a page that has a cleaning guide for the stamps, but I have not included a video Unless somebody wants to make one. Then I'll put it on that page. Hey, Ketra! It is a relaxing video. Oh, see, some stuff's coming up a little bit. I love the colors here. I'm hoping you don't.
Okay, that's a pretty color. I'm going to go ahead and do another one that might be not quite so defined, but I think I can get some
more stuff off there.
More stuff off. And hopefully I've got enough left in the little inside cellular parts that I'm going to be able to get some definition.
Thank you, Mo. And there are both links to all of our little cleaning guides. That's kind of what P says too.
What is it?
The Dawn is a little gentler, more gentle than the Murphys.
Yeah. Okay, interesting things going on there.
I still cannot believe this thing has not. You might be at the grocery store.
I'd like to bring our stinky pink in.
Oh, stinky pink. That is a bold choice.
Not really, because it's probably going to just disappear in the the muck. But we shall see. Okay, I think I need to look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Hey, Dorothea. Yes, that looks lovely. Yeah, that's the stinky pink. Opera rose.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got really a brand new bunch of good papers for Mo, don't look.
It's getting obliterated.
Oh
anyway.
my God, this smells so bad.
I love what's happening though. This kind of gray, pink, dusty, dirty pink.
And remember, this dries really, really fast. It's almost like the blue.
Oh, it does smell.
And you smell it?
It's wafting.
Wafting.
I'm telling you, that yellow there's something going on with it.
Really?
There was something I smelled earlier.
The yellow that I used earlier? Huh.
That's why I thought it was your mix, because I know it's stinky. I think just like how, like one's more concentrated.
Nice kind of purpley gray, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, now what?
I just don't understand why it's not coming off with the stencil more.
I know, I don't know.
Like, it is baffling.
It's baffling. Let's try some white.
You got 10 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
I need to move right along here. We haven't had a really exciting one in there.
We haven't. It's becoming less exciting.
They've all been kind of ho-hum.
Because we kept promising things coming off, and
I know.
it ain't happening. That is a beautiful gray you got going on there. Kind of concretey. Institutional.
Definitely got a bit of green glow to it, but
oh yeah, for sure. The chalk paints, yeah. We'll count them here in a second, Sherry. I have no idea. I'm terrible at keeping count. Oh, I love this.
Kind of nice, isn't it?
Yeah. That's very pretty.
It's a really pretty blue.
Yeah. Deb says, we have an hour of long haul for institutional gray. Hey, but that turned out pretty nice. Surprisingly.
All right, let's use some of this. All right, this is just...
Battleship gray, yes.
I'm going to go with... Do I have purple? No, I don't. But I do have pink. Okay, this is the mix with airbrush. Quinacridone Crimson.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I'm afraid if she puts any more metallic stuff in here.
Did you see that spit?
Why are they spitting at you today?
Because there's stuff in the lid. Wet stuff in the lid.
Oh, I'm really hoping some stuff comes off. That was good. Yeah, I know. I know. We gotta. Fingers crossed. Well, there's some. It's still not coming off in chunks though, which is
now see, we
crazy.
are pulling some stuff off of the...
Yeah, finally off of the stencil. You need to keep at it with the...
Yeah, I know. The lighter weight.
The wet stuff.
The wet stuff. Okay, what haven't I used here?
She used the yellow. Like yellow.
Airbrush.
There you go. Deb says, look at the two-tones, you were getting more. See, that makes me just crazy.
What?
Becky just got a notification that this stream is starting soon.
Happens to me all the time. On other people's.
YouTube ain't helping us. I don't know. What's up, YouTube?
Well, I just thought
there are weird things happening.
It was my, you know, how I've had settings or something, because I never know about those
They aren't
things.
helping us.
I just wanted to get their mouths moving with the words.
Get it synced up.
It's dropping me crazy.
Like, look away. Yeah, so and Jeanette's came in an hour. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. And I schedule it. It's like, couldn't they put it in the rotation? This is why I schedule it. That's beautiful.
Looking really good. Okay, I am going to carry on with that.
Yes, carry on.
Carry on. What do we have here? We've got another.
How's that song go?
Oh, here. This is a good one.
These are the ones that are like the paint plus airbrush.
Airbrush medium added to the washout.
But did you have
Instead
water?
of... No, I just put the other stuff in when it was empty.
That's why I said. It's like the paint that was left in the bottle, which was probably a ton of it, but...
Well, you know, I try to get it out of there because I do like to have a little bit left, especially since I'm doing this kind of stuff. I used to really turn them upside down and work at getting it out of there and everything, but now I just kind of... I don't, you know, there can be this much left in the bottom, and I'm okay with that because I know I'm not just tossing it in the trash. Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't know why they do it, Jackie. Just don't. Mo is still yet to get one. Maybe they know you're here, Mo. It's like she's got it figured out. It's fine. she shows up. Oh. Well, that thing's pretty wet though.
I know. Do you see that?
Yeah. It's drippy.
Drippy. Very moist.
But I love that one.
That is a good one. Now it's starting to do what it's supposed to.
You got 4 minutes.
Okay. So do I want to go ahead and...
Well, you definitely need to let that dry.
Check that out, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be a good one.
It looks kind of gross in some areas right now, but that's okay. We're just going to... That thing is thick.
Yeah. All right, let's flip it over and see what... Oh, look at
yeah.
that. That's going to be some wonderful stuff. Look where it pooled up in places.
Mm-hmm.
I love when that happens. It's almost like, you know, an archaeological dig. Maybe we're uncovering bones, old bones.
Yeah, and if you want to know how that was made, then just, you know, watch the whole stream.
Okay, that's got to dry completely.
So we'll put down... She'll probably put a pull color before Thursday so that way you can pull it. I would love it if...
and I'm really honestly thinking about like a off-white.
Yes. To really show off all
to make it look even bonier.
Bonier.
Bonier. All right, I think I'm going to retire that kitchen towel.
Okay.
Okay, I can show you this one, but I'm going to have to put it off to the side because it's...
Yeah.
But
it's
isn't
wet.
it gorgeous? Now, this is the last one where we picked up a lot of that kind of those areas where it was very wet and it wasn't pulling up a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably the Lucas Krill beige or marshmallow. Or...
Yeah, I really like the marshmallow a lot.
It's over on this side.
This one.
Oh, is that?
Vanilla ice cream.
Marshmallow's over here.
Yeah, marshmallow and vanilla ice cream. I mean, you know, it's 6 of one, a half a dozen. Maybe the marshmallow is toasted marshmallow is slightly warmer.
Yeah, and Carrie's favorite is buttermilk biscuits.
Yeah. Okay, now I want to make a point here because I think this is really like cool. Okay, see these areas where this white is here? That's still on the plate. So there's a really fine line between how much you get out of your little areas and how much you're going to leave in there that you want for that final pull for the long haul.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I don't know that I've ever said that before, but that is definitely...
Look at us making points at, like, you know...
Yeah.
1 minute till. She's going to bring the other ones out. But that one had to be separated from the stack.
Yeah, from the stack.
It'll be dry tomorrow.
Okay, see, there's lots of places that I didn't get it completely pushed and get down. And those are really nice because I can hand those to Mariah and she can do absolutely fabulous things with spray.
Well, yeah, you can use washouts on these. Like
I could use the washout, yeah.
You can use sprays, watercolor. Oh, yes, we need to be counting. So there was the one, that's...
1, 2, 3, 4.
So there's 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. Ooh, I love that one. 16. 'And hello, Sticky. 17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24.
And did you count this one?
No, that's 24.
You gonna go get the sandwich or something, or you
We're
want-
still streaming.
Huh? Oh,
We're still streaming. But yes, that would be lovely. Stick ball. Mayo.
All right, y'all. So 24 total.
24 total. Hey, that's not too bad for, like
Yeah.
less than an hour.
Yeah. So 50 minutes because it was
50
like,
minutes.
yeah, 10 after is when you started that. So
And a
there-
lot of really cool papers, which will probably end up in either a giveaway or I may actually do some other things to these. And I'm ready to cover a box. I've got a box.
That's the one Hanshi on the top right there, isn't it? Which one's the Hanshi paper?
Oh. I think it's this one.
Yep. Yeah, that was the second one. And it's
Yeah, and you can see down here where it's starting to pull off.
yeah, the paper. Oh, there you go. All right, guys. So we'll be back on Thursday. We'll get back to checking out. Well, we're going to pull the ones on the plate. Fingers crossed. It'll be interesting to see which ones come off, which ones stay back, and, who knows. Good stuff, but lots of fun comparisons today, or as Deb said, companion guide. So that's something to look forward to. We'll be back on Thursday. Thanks for hanging. Bye, guys.
Bye.